What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another game making tutorial with Servi. In the last episode, I taught you guys how to add images to... Oh my god, I made that way too big. How to add images to your divs and start to make little characters in your game. So we added this function here, imager, and it basically finds the ID of the div that you're dealing with. In this case, we use this box1. So right now I'm just going to rename this to character box, so you guys know that's the box that my character is using, and we'll just go ahead and paste that in there as well. And I don't know, I'm not very consistent here. I should be using single quotes for anything inside of JavaScript and double quotes for mostly just, you know, I should have done this the opposite, but you got to at least stay consistent when you're coding. But anyway, when you run this program, if we open this with the live server, boop, and move this out of the way, we get our dude here. And how come he's not moving? Oh, we got an error. We did something wrong in the code. Oh, maybe we spelled something wrong. Character box. Oh yeah, right here. We didn't change this one to character box. So let's go ahead and fix that. And now our guy is moving up in the world. Okay, so this time around I'm going to be showing you guys how to control your character once he's in the game. And so first off, let's just get rid of this interval thing, which makes him rise up in the air. Run it again, and you can see he's just kind of chilling there. Alright, so what I'm going to want to do is go ahead and add, there's this thing called an event listener. Okay, so if you say document.add event listener, and then you need to add event listener, listener. Okay, hold on, let me remember how to do this for a second. Oh, that's right. So basically we're going to want to add this event listener, and the first one here is the event that happens. So what we're going to want to do is key down. Okay, now we're going to add the listener, which is basically the function that we're going to want to run when this happens. So we're going to want to make a new function called key down. We're going to have to add that in, of course. But finally, we're going to want to add this thing called options. I think it's E. Wait, no. I think that works. Now if we add function key down in camel case here, does this work? I think E becomes the event. So let's go ahead and show E to see if this is going to work. So open up our game again. Alright, we've got our game open now. We've got our console open off to the side here. So I'm going to click, nothing happens, but I'm going to press, say, W. Okay, so we are showing this E event thing here. So this is a massive object in the code with a bunch of properties, basically. And we'll get more into that in the next episode, objects, properties, classes, and all that. But the most important thing here is this key code 87. Okay, key is W, but key code is reliable. So the key code being 87 means it's W. So basically, let's bring our code back up. I want W to start moving him forward. Okay, and so let's say alright, so let's go ahead and add an if statement to this key down here. Sorry, I'm thinking of how I'm going to structure this. If e.keycode, right? And in fact, we'll just make a variable for that. Let kc for keycode, right, equal e.keycode, so we can access it. So we're going to be setting a lot of different keys here. So if kc is 87, as it was for w, we're going to want to do something. We're going to want to start moving him forward, but it's kind of a complicated process. So again, let's set an interval here. And this is just the normal movement interval, okay? And so it's going to happen every 100 seconds again. Now, this gets a little weird. So for box height here, let's set this to char height, the character height. Oops. Sorry about that. Char height. But really it's char y. It's their y position, right? And then say let char x equal 0. You know, like y being the vertical position. It's not its height. Its height is fixed at 10. When it was like, you know, going up in there, but it's position and it's vertical position and horizontal position right here. Okay, and so for the set interval, we're gonna want to move its horizontal position up again, char y plus plus, right? And then we have to set the find character dot style dot height equals char y plus %. Actually, not height, but top. And it's 90 minus the char y. Woo. Okay, and let's do the same thing for the x, right? And we'll put that up here. So just copy these two lines. We'll do x, and then we'll do the left equals the x. Okay. So if we run this, reading style is not going to work. Character box. See, we all make mistakes, right? We'll run this. Okay, what's happening? Looks like he's bouncing around the screen. Oh, did he bounce? That was weird. Or did he just... Oh, no, he started from the corner. Okay, yeah, and he's floating that way. Alright, so it seems kind of buggy. You guys see that? Wait. Sorry, I moved the wrong window. There we go. You can see him flying to the left. Alright, so we're adding this functionality. Obviously this doesn't work for what we want now. We need him to not move unless a certain situation's happening. So let's go ahead and move these lines around a little bit. So this is always going to be true. This is just to set him where he is. But when is he going to move? So let's set up an if statement here. And when's he going to move in the vertical position? When's he going to move in the horizontal position? And really, when is he going to do both of these things but backwards, you know? Minus, minus, and minus, minus. Right, when's he going to go the opposite direction? And so only certain situations is this going to occur. So when's he going to go positive in the x, which is going to make him go to the left? Oh, it's going to be when we're pressing the A key, right? And so basically here we're going to say if A is down. So what we need to do is make a new variable up here. Let A down is false. Starts out as false. Okay. So then we need to say that when it gets pressed, it gets made into true. So we need all these key codes. All right, let's get the AS and D key code. What's our error here? Oh, we need so Y++. That means it's going to go up, and so it's like a W down. If A, that's a D down, and this is S down. So our WASD are set, okay? And we need to add actual variables for these to not get errors. A, W, D, and S. Alright, they're just going to start at false and always be false. But I just want to run a quick test, so let's get this out of the way. And we're going to test out all these keys. So as we saw, W was 87 here. But I'm going to hit A, S, and D. And we're getting, it's like 65 for A. So if we grab this, let's go 65 here for A. We know 87 is correct. So let's look at our S here is going to be key code 83. So we'll put 83 here. And finally, our D is going to be 68. Alright, so we've just manually got all those. Probably looked them up, but I just did a little test. So we still have show E here to see what we're doing. Control S. Okay, nothing's happening here. Let's, when it is 65, we're going to say A down equals true. Okay, and just paste this line here for all the other ones. Went in the same order. So we can say W down on 87, D down on this one, and S down on this one. Okay, so we're holding, if we're holding these down, it's going to go down. Now, this is all fine and dandy. Let's test it out. We're in the corner. As you can see, I'm going to hit W. Oh, we're going to start flying upward. And then I'm going to hit A, and we're going to start flying to the left. And then I'm going to hit S, and we're still going upward. What's going on? I don't know. Yeah, nothing's right, because when you let go of the key, you know, it's supposed to disable what's going on. So let's go ahead and fix that. Basically, we just have to copy this key down and add an event listener key up so that the code is listening for this event, so that when it happens, the event is me pressing the key. Something happens, right? So let's copy this whole key down function, key up. Oh, key up, camel case, E key code. So now we need to just make these false instead of true. And that should be good. So when I lift the key up, it's going to set those to C. So now I have to be holding W and holding A and holding, oh, D is making me go down, and S. So some of these are mixed up, it looks like. What's the mix up here? It looks like probably these two, 83, 68. How did I do that wrong? Hold on. Oh, sorry. So this was 83 and this was 68. Okay, now it works. Whoop. So I'm pressing WASD here, as you can see from my event listeners popping up here, or our event descriptions. Going pretty slow, but I can control my character now. I actually move him all the way outside of the box, but we can set some little parameters here. So what is it? If his position is, so in his actual movement here, this interval, let's say, so if X gets increased, if char X is greater than 90, then char X equals 90, and then we'll add similar conditions for all these things. And so if we have char X is less than 0, we'll make it 0. If char Y is greater than 90, we'll make it 90. If char Y is less than 0, we'll make it 0. Oops, we'll make char Y 0. Okay. Is that good? Do we have boundaries now? Nope. Something's going wrong. Wait, what is my Y? Is it 90 to 0? Yeah, I only have a range of 90, right? Why can't I move now? Suddenly can't move. Hold on a sec, guys. Alright, well, that was weird. I got it to work without changing anything, so that's good. And now it looks like we're restricted when we hit the edge here. Yep, it's not letting me go anymore that way. It's not letting me go anymore this way. So we're setting our edges kind of manually here. But we're going to have to learn how to add walls and have all the boundaries set up and all the logic of collision and all that. So we'll save that for another episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one for controls. And we're almost there to the point where we have enough skills to just fully make our game. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll add buttons you can click on and stuff. A lot more to come. Sorry, I just love watching my guy dance here. But anyway, stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Tell me how I'm doing. If you're confused about anything, subscribe to the channel, of course. And have a good day.